We've been here before, haven't we? It all feels familiar. The wind, the heat, the tension.
Molinaro sideways! Oh, it's launched!
Oh, no, not again.
You remember the speed, the rush, the impact.
Oh, one of the biggest accidents of the season! Oh, contact, massive shot! I think that's Kristoffersson into Sainz!
The defeat.
P3. We were P3 after the penalty.
Ah! Changes of so.
And the glory.
Yes!
That's what I'm talking about. Well done, Chris.
Fantastic performance by them.
You know it's racing. You know it's Sardinia.
Prepare to be aggressive.
Hyperdrive now.
The serene island of Sardinia played host to rounds 7 and 8 of the Extreme E Championship. Away from the spotlight of broadcast, our cameras caught the drama of the weekend as it unfolded in real time.
This evening we've come to one of the best restaurants in the area in Sardinia, and we've been making ravioli with the head chef of the Gilbert restaurant.
Giudicherò il vostro operato, cerchiamo di fare le cose in fretta e fatte bene, ok?
Differati di ciao campetto, di tutti di grande. I'm just kidding. So we start with this.
Oh my god.
To put out the flour. Okay.
No pressure.
3, 2, 1, go. Ravioli. There you go. That's the result.
It's not going to be a big portion, but they're absolutely delicious.
Come on then, Pete, pasta going in. This is the last time I'm cooking with the Hansons.
1 minute remaining, Katie.
Bellissimo.
Lui è più bravo però. Se devo premiare chi ha lavorato meglio, lui è potrebbe fare la pasta fresca.
Unbelievable.
Good morning from St. Helena. We're just going to a track. Welcome aboard.
Off we go.
We'll do our best out there and see how the weekend will end.
Oh, sorry, Matthias.
Oh, but it's fast.
Hey! Tight, tight. About to get P1 today.
Exactly.
Do you get nervous before you race?
When the tension is growing, of course you get this tickling in the stomach and you get like excited. How is it for you?
Usually I don't get nervous, but I feel like sometimes nervousness helps me.
The actual temperature today is 14 degrees more than the long-term mean. And you can see there's an airstream firing at Sardinia. It's an exhaust pipe out of the Sahara, essentially. What's changed is that the air coming to us is so much hotter.
What's the track to? It's 34 degrees on site now. So 34 degrees. It will be hot in there, it really will. Oh! She's rolled the car! It goes in sideways, the McLaren goes over, gets launched. One of the biggest accidents of the season.
What a roll. Oh.
Nasty.
It was pretty high speed. It was. It's 120, 130. Did you see it? I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was that.
She just went a little sideways.
Yeah,
and
like.
Oh, it just kept going and going.
Is she okay?
She's with conscious.
She's speaking, but she says she's with the medic. Big hit over there. I'm gonna go check anyway.
For those of you that asked about Emma, she's good. She's fine. She just lost a little bit of her memory, so they checked her out, and she had some CAT scans and stuff like that. She's all good in that way. But she'll be here tomorrow. We're not sure if she's going to race or not, but thank you for us.
In terms of replacing Emma, Tamara has now stepped in. So last night, Tamara thought she was going to have a quiet weekend in the commentary box. and now she's racing for McLaren.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're on air.
Welcome to the paddock here for round 7 of Extreme E in Sardinia, the Island X-Prix.
You've got Fraser McConnell on the inside line, Timmy Hansen is right out on the outside, RJ Anderson in the middle, and then we've got our 2 female drivers, Molinaro sideways in the championship car gets launched!
Oh! No, not again, not again, not again, red flag, red flag, red flag.
She's on a roof at the side of the track!
Tammy, do you copy?
Yeah, I copy. Can somebody come here?
We've heard that Tamara Molinaro, who was in that role to begin with in the McLaren car, is doing okay.
I just turned round, started watching her, and I was like, oh, she looks pretty fast through there. And then, boom, and she went. I was like,
Oh, great reaction time from Sebastian Loeb in the middle of the grid. Everybody uses the Anoa hyperdrive. Kristoffersson gets completely roosted. Kevin Hansen sideways up the inside line. Ekström all the way round the outside to take the lead. Fantastic move by Matthias Ekström.
No power steering, no power steering.
Absolute carnage going off in the final here. Over the line comes Acciona Sainz. Sainz takes the win here. Fantastic performance by them.
Bueno, ¿cómo me voy a sentir? Feliz, muy feliz por el equipo, han hecho un trabajo fantástico, una salida magnífica de Matías. ¡Vamos! Y Laia, bueno, ha finalizado el trabajo, muy contento.
Championship leaders Acciona Sainz have been part of the series since its inception. This season has seen Carlos Sainz as team principal, as he passes on the wealth and wisdom from a highly distinguished career in racing.
The way I was first time involved in Extreme E obviously was through Alejandro. You know, I am doing the Dakar, I am doing off-road championship. The cars and the specialty has a lot of common points with what I'm doing, so I say why not? Trying to start my team as well. Having one of the biggest companies, probably the first company in Spain that think about sustainability in this high level, which is Acciona. Involved in the championship was very important. And having QBTech, which has been involved with the electric cars and electric competition, was the ideal partner to mix all together. I am obviously towards the end of my career, but I enjoyed the first 2 years that I did. It was not easy, especially the first one. The second one we were much more competitive and we have a good run with one nasty accident, but yeah, it was good. I knew Laia from before, from his time in motorcycle, and I know that she was interested to change in cars, and I offered her the opportunity to help her to do this transition.
Carlos is a legend, and for me to receive that call, it was a big surprise. I was moving from bikes, I had no experience, so can you imagine to start your four-wheels career with Carlos Sainz? It's something amazing.
For me, has been the girl that has made the most progress since minute number 1 of race number 1 up to today, without any doubt. With Matthias, I have no doubt. The moment I have my injury in the Dakar and I need to react quickly, I need to think who could drive the car. No? And I know Matthias from competing against him in Extreme E, and I know Matthias as a teammate in Audi.
Yeah, I got a call from Carlos, and he asked if I wanted to join the team. So for sure it was an honor that he thought of me being able to replace him.
Well, it's difficult for me to describe myself as a team principal. I think it's much better you ask the drivers and the team.
Carlos as a boss, I think he's very competitive. He likes the details, he likes the technical side of the team, but then in the evenings we can also have a lot of fun. I think for any driver it's nice when the team boss is at the race, being able to share with him and good or bad moments, successful or tough days. I think he has very big understanding for it.
Carlos, this third season that he's not racing, but he's still really close to us and he's coming to the races. Now it's cool because I can have advices from Matthias and also from Carlos.
I still have the mentality somehow of a driver trying to maximize all the small opportunity, or talking obviously very open with them about the strategies. It's a little bit strange when you are in the command center there. You can do nothing, you just look. I like it, I enjoy it. Maybe I'm a pain in the ass, but I enjoy it.
Coming up to the last race weekend of the year, it's always nice to be battling for the championship. Put this extra little salt and pepper on the daily routines. You know more who are the ones you're fighting against for the championship. So against those, you have to drive more aggressive. So it becomes a little bit more of a strategic battle race versus the first one of the year when you have to beat everyone.
Chile's the last race. Obviously, we are here to give everything.
We are competitive, we feel strong, we can do a great result this year.
We are fully charged to do a good weekend.
At each race location, local artisans are invited into the Explorer Lounge to share their story with the world. This round's artist sounded unlike any other that has gone before.
Sono Tommaso Sciola e sono il vicepresidente della Fondazione Pinuccio Sciola, un'istituzione culturale che è nata nel 2016 dopo la morte di Pinuccio Sciola, mio padre, che ha creato un'arte che deriva dall'amore e il rispetto per la natura. È molto famoso per aver fatto suonare le pietre. Si crede sempre di avere tanto tempo, quindi non siamo riusciti a costituire la fondazione con nostro padre e l'abbiamo fatta 2 mesi dopo che lui è morto. Nel dolore, nella rabbia comunque di perdere una persona cara che poteva vivere altri 1000 anni, aveva progetti per altri 10.000 anni, però abbiamo subito, noi 3 fratelli, costituito questa fondazione che riunisce il suo messaggio e il suo stile di vita, la sua filosofia, diciamo noi. Noi abbiamo l'onore di poter raccontare cosa ha fatto nostro padre e del nostro piccolo contributo anche a una manifestazione mondiale come Extreme E che oggi ci ospita qua in Sardegna. Qua abbiamo una rappresentazione di piccole opere. A San Sperata abbiamo un giardino sonoro di oltre 700 monoliti, pietre di 2-3 metri, e ci si può perdere nel giardino sonoro. La formazione del calcare penso che richieda qualche centinaia di migliaia di anni, quella del basalto forse milioni. Poi realizzare un'opera d'arte ci vuole un secondo per avere l'intuizione e qualche giornata di lavoro per realizzarla. Quindi il tempo è relativo nella fase di costruzione di un'opera d'arte, per quale la parte dell'impegno umano è quella della natura che crea le pietre. Ci fa molto piacere essere presenti qua alla tappa sarda di Extreme E, soprattutto per il tema della sostenibilità. Perché mio padre ha creato una attenzione sul rapporto tra arte e natura già da oltre 60 anni. Oggi è un tema vitale e dobbiamo sollecitare le nuove generazioni al rispetto dell'ambiente, della natura e farlo con consapevolezza.
Good morning, welcome to the paddock on day 2 here in Sardinia. It's round 8 of the Island X Prix and qualifying is coming up very soon. Acciona Sainz just behind me there. They were our winners yesterday. They are championship leaders. They've extended their lead as well. All to play for today.
Everybody uses the hyperdrive except Timmy Hansen. He drops back. Rosberg X Racing, get a hold on. Going to be very tight. Laya Sands tries around the outside, but Ahlin-Kottulinsky just no. Acciona Sainz have got it. They've got it by 600ths of a second.
Oh my
Laya
days.
Sands at the line has taken the win. Side by side, they got there first.
¿P1? ¿Has pasado, Laya?
Tell her. Get on the radio, tell her.
Laya se ha adelantado, tío. Hemos ganado la quali. Sales delante por 60 milésimas. Buen trabajo, Laya.
Big man himself, Carlos Sainz.
Carlos, let me see that smile. Carlos Sainz Jr. on pole in Singapore for the Formula One. Today you come out and you've taken victory by 600ths of a second. How are you feeling?
Of course I am really happy. It was very tight.
I think it's the shortest amount of gap we ever had.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Laia, there is the photo finish. That's how
like
close it was.
in Tour de France, yeah, photo finish, yeah.
Now, go and win the redemption race. Listen to me, go and win.
It is the redemption race. Acciona Sainz hoping for as maximum points as they can get in this.
Carlos Sainz, head down. He should be feeling pretty pleased because Carlos Sainz Jr. won in Singapore. 4 cars side by side or a bit sideways from Ekstrom. He's going to back out of that. This is worst case scenario for Acciona Sainz.
What happened, Matthias?
The wiper is totally f***ed up and I can't see anything.
The big story here is that still out on track is Laia Sanz, championship leader with Matthias Ekstrom and Acciona Sainz, and they are going to score only 2 championship points in round 8.
The grand final is about to commence. Energize your systems and prepare to race.
What's going to happen now off the line? Fraser McConnell did a brilliant job to bring that car to her in the lead, and now Gutierrez, she brings it home for the 2nd win of the year for X44 Vida Carbon Racing. Yes!
That's what I'm talking about. Well done, Chris.
Rosberg X Racing recover their championship hopes here, taking P2 in round 8, and Abt Cupra get P3. It's going to be a hell of a fight down in Chile.
Done it. Oh.
Let's go through.
Let's go!
Yes!
With a brief racing respite ahead of the season finale in Chile, RXR's Johan Kristoffersson took the time to give a tour of Kristoffersson Motorsport. A family business, this workshop sees 3 generations of Kristofferssons put to work.
Hello, my name is Johan Kristoffersson and we are in Arvika, Sweden, my hometown. And behind me is the building that my father started Kristoffersson Motorsport back in 1992. I'm gonna make a tour, so let's join. So we're inside the workshop. This is my son's Colin's cross kart. He just started racing himself this year and he's done a couple of races. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to be there because I've been racing myself, but I'm looking forward to see him race one day. So the next room we're gonna look at is where the cars are getting rebuilt and re-prepped. I'm basically grown up here since I was really young, so it's nice to be able to be here and join the guys. These 2 cars is the cars that we use in Rally X Nordic. This is the car that we built here in-house back in 2014 and was racing against Timmy and Kevin Hansen in World Rallycross 15 and 16. So the next room we're going to look at is the trophy room. It is a very special room to me. I mean, it brings a lot of memories and you could point on any trophy and I would remember the race. This one is from the Race of Champions that I won in the final against Sebastian Vettel and Mick Schumacher. Here are some of my Extreme E trophies. This one maybe is the most special one. This was the first race Extreme E ever did and was able to win it after a very exciting overtake on Timmy in the final. You would think that this is where we keep the champagne, but that's actually not true because this one are fake. So if you are planning to steal some champagne from me, you have to ask me first. This is the office. This is where actually Papa keeps his trophies. Grandma is sitting here taking care of all the economy side. Papa, could you show us maybe some of your favorite trophies?
I guess this one maybe. This is from Buxtehude in the Rallycross Championship, so I was driver of the year. To be able to have the family close means a lot for us. We live actually each side of the lake, so we can see each other, and Johan's son Colin sometimes take a look over and see if grandpa or grandma is awake and if the light is on.
This one?
I don't know, to be honest. Why do you have to pick up the absolutely smallest one?
This is 2 quite cool trophies. I haven't even seen them before.
This is actually very special because your mama is a co-driver and it's number 1 on it.
From 1983.
She did 1 race and she was number 1. So procentually, she is even better than you.
With RXR currently 2nd in the championship standings, fellow Swede and teammate Mikaela Ahlin-Kottulinsky dropped by to discuss the game plan for the Copper X Prix.
So Johan and I live about an hour away from each other, and yeah, the workshop is super close to where he lives, so we usually meet up before a race event. Especially now with the big race coming up in Chile, it's really good to have some preparation time and really come prepared for the last event. Both for me and Johan, you know, our parents did motorsport, and it's really like a family thing, and you need your whole family behind you to support you.
Just a few miles away from the workshop is Ahlin-Kottulinsky's childhood home. A place close to her heart, this house continues to play a huge role in Mikaela's life on and off the track.
This is a place where I grew up, so spent all of my childhood years here. It is definitely a trip down memory lane walking through this house. There is a lot of pictures of me having the go-kart here, driving my electrical scooter when I was 15, doing all the dancing, gymnastics on this lawn. So it's a very special house, and it gives me a lot of energy to come back here. When you walk through the house, you can see motorsport pretty much everywhere. So you have trophies from my mom, you have trophies from my dad, trophies from me, trophies from my brother. And also we have this bathroom where we have from newspapers, from my mom, dad, me. And you definitely see the traces of motorsport wherever you go in the house. I also really appreciate with my family is that they have this understanding that very often you have these last-minute calls that you need to change, and they're always there to help me, and I think you need that kind of support when you are traveling as much as I do. I don't know how it is for other drivers, but for me, I really get a lot of my energy back whenever I go back to this place, back home to my family. At dinners, we do tend to speak motorsport, but it's also that you can shut that off and speak about something else. I wasn't competitive back then when we were kids, at all.
Not at all?
No.
I mean, you didn't even want to do go-karts?
No.
You liked Barbie dolls and gymnastics when you were younger, so no one actually knows how it ended up you wanting to do it.
Actually, you remember when I drove behind you in Kristoffersson?
Yes.
And you were going to show the lines?
Yes.
When I had full throttle for the first time on the straight?
Yes.
I think that's when I was like, okay, I should maybe try to do this. I think one great thing that Mom has always said is that the world will always keep on spinning.
Yeah.
Even if you win, that's the thing.
I think also the support you have from me and Mom and Dad is because we all of us three have done it.
For me, it's like, I think the reason why Johan and I got along so well quite quickly is because the two of you are so alike in the way you behave and in the way you express things and how you see competition, how you see it, and also how you see me as a driver. That you, of course, you know even more my potential than Johan, but that you always criticize if I haven't done anything good. But I also know, I mean, you would never tell me that I did a good job if I didn't do a good job. For me, it's like I have two worlds within 1 hour. So I have this world back home with the family where you can just relax. But then 1 hour away, I have the workshop from Johan. And since I was racing in the rallycross and also ahead of the Extreme E weekends, whenever I feel like I need to get back into racing business, I just 1 hour away to prep for the race. This is my family home, but I do live in an apartment which I actually can see from the balcony here, and I feel whenever I get here, it's 100% home. This is where I grew up. This is where my parents have stayed my whole life. They've never lived in anywhere else. So I think that is why when I think about home, this 200% stands for home.
A year in the making has all come down to this. Chile's Atacama Desert awaits as our drivers prepare to battle it out for the Extreme E title. Extraterrestrial terrain will be conquered, extreme conditions endured as we approach the closest contest in the championship's history.
Obviously excited for Chile. This time we're heading into the final in second place. It's very tight though, and it's a lot of points to grab in these two races during the finals.
I think the Chile track is really cool, and it's such a fast-flowing track, and it's like a rallycross track on steroid. For us as performance, we need to go in there and obviously try to do our best, so it's going to be a lot in the preparations to make sure we are at our peak of performance.
It's really exciting to go back to Chile, where I did my debut with the team last year. We got a podium, and I really like the track. I think it's very fast. It reminds a little bit about this, but a bit wider, so you can, I think, overtake even a little bit more. So I'm really looking forward.
Yeah, it's a track I really enjoyed last year. It was one of my best performances, so hopefully we need to keep this for Chile and go for it.
I don't think the track is so extreme. I mean, it is extreme in the way that everything's quite big and large, but it's very smooth. It's more like a racetrack. So then the margins are smaller from us from a driving side.
Really excited to head to Chile. It's a track that I actually haven't been at before, so I've watched the footage of it and it looks like such a fun track.
Yeah, let's see. It's only 3 points in between us and Acciona and 18 points, I believe, down to Veloce. So it's going to be tight, but yeah, we'll go there and try to do our best. We know we can win, we know we can challenge, but obviously we will try and go for both wins. That's the best we can do for the championship, and obviously we will be a bit depending on how the others do, but I'm optimistic and I believe in our team.
Now we have a P3, P2, so now we want the victory.
Chile will be even more interesting now, so we'll see.
See you in Chile.
Vi ses i Chile. See you in Chile.
Nos vemos en Chile.
See you in Chile for the final of Extreme E.